play and call it work.
Hey there, Wargamers, Josh here from MiniWarGaming.com to bring you more Bolt action. It has been a little while since I played, so it's time to shake off the rust. And what better way to do that than by playing a faction I've never played before?
Oh yeah.
So I will be trying out the Germans for the first time, and my opponent today, all the way from Florida, is Andrew, and he's brought his U.S. Marines.
Hello.
Let's go ahead, jump into the Army showcases, and we'll show you what we are fielding today. Start by looking at the German force first. So this is 1,000 points, grand total of 7 order dice, which is about 3 less than I probably want to be at 1,000 points, but that's okay. I'm playing late war Fallschirmjäger because, I don't know, I like paratroopers, and they will have some Panzer support. Looking at the list here, we're going to start off with a 2nd lieutenant with 1 bodyguard. Moving on to my compulsory infantry squads, I've got a veteran infantry squad that has 3 men with rifles. The NCO has a submachine gun, 3 infantry with assault rifles, 1 infantryman with a light machine gun, and then 2 men have Panzerfausts. I have a 2nd squad of Fallschirmjäger that's basically set up the exact same way, but instead of having 2 Panzerfausts, it only has 1. Continuing on down the line, I've got a veteran mortar team with a spotter, and that's a medium mortar. For artillery, I have a veteran 75mm Pak 40. Armored support, I do have a Puma heavy armored car. That's just going to be regular. And then tanks and self-propelled guns, I have Whirlwind because it seems like fun. So that's going to be a regular trained Whirlwind. And that's 1,000 points on the nose of overly elite Germans. Moving over to the American forces, Andrew, why don't you tell us what you brought today?
Today I brought the hard-charging Marines. Starting with the top, I've got my 1st lieutenant. He's got 1 bodyguard, both with submachine guns. For infantry squads, we have 2 squads of 13 Marines each. Each one has 3 BARs, an NCO with a submachine gun, 3 pistols for the BAR men, and they're all stubborn. More infantry, we have a veteran engineer squad, here represented by my CBs, that has an NCO with a submachine gun, an additional guy with a submachine gun, a flamethrower, and 2 BARs. Anti-tank, I have a bazooka team, regular. Artillery, we have a light howitzer, also regular. For tanks, we have an M4 Sherman with a 105mm howitzer. That's a medium howitzer. And for transports, we have just a regular Jeep and a Deuce and a Half, which has a heavy machine gun on top.
Very cool. I'm outnumbered, but I'm elite, so it'll work.
Yep, and I've got 9 dice altogether, so
nice.
A few extra.
This is the lovely table we are playing on today. So this is a Table War gaming mat. Because I don't know, they've got mats that you can use for just about everything. Looking at the rest of this, I'm using a lot of GameMat.eu terrain, because I love it. It comes pre-painted, it's durable, we haven't broken it yet. It's pretty sweet. I do have some printable scenery stuff as well, just to add a little bit of color to the table so you can kind of tell where everything is and what is happening. Now keep in mind, if you are a Silver Vault member, you get discount codes to over 50 different companies that carry all sorts of gaming stuff, whether it's minis, mats, terrain, just doodads, whatever you want, more than 50 companies. So if you're a Silver Vault member, don't forget when you go to make some purchases that you have access to those discount codes. And even if you're not a Silver Vault member, you can go ahead and see the different companies you could have codes to. And who knows, maybe you'll jump up and try a Silver Vault membership. Today's mission will be Scenario 5 Top Secret. Enemy aircraft have shot down one of our light transport aircraft. Your men must locate the crash site and retrieve the briefcase of the high-ranking staff officer who was on the board. Instead, we get this kind of weird-looking little barrel instead that has some toxic goo inside of it. So the way this works is both sides must seize the objective marker and carry it off their own edge of the table. We're not actually going to deploy anything on the board. During turn 1, we're attempting to bring in our reserves as if it was turn 2 as described in the rules for reserves. And then, play continues as normal. We're going to play at least 6 turns, and at the end of turn 6, we're going to roll a die. On a 1, 2, or 3, the game ends. On a 4, 5, or 6, we play 1 further turn. The side that carries the objective marker off the table before the end of the game wins, otherwise the result is a draw. To seize the marker, an infantry unit must advance or run and end its move with one model touching the objective, and then from then on they're going to go ahead and carry that objective. And then if you want to force the enemy to drop it, you must go ahead and destroy them and try to pick it up yourself. Other than that, we're just having a nice little dust-up. Alright, so we're ready to jump into turn 1 here. For those unfamiliar, the way this works is we pull dice out of a bag. It's not a traditional I go, you go system. We have simultaneous turns. So let's get ready for turn 1. Going to the bag, what are we going to pull out first?
Green die.
Green
That's
die.
me.
That's Americans. So the way it works for this is you got to come in via reserves. So you don't get to just walk a unit on the board. You actually have to give them an order check. Now, traditionally, you get a -1 penalty to this, but you Americans think you're fancy and you got a pretty good radio system, so
Good radios.
you don't take that penalty. So what squad do you want to try to order?
I think I'm just going to try to bring on one of the squads of Marines.
Okay. And then what are you looking for? 2d6?
2d6, it's going to be a 9, because they are regular.
All right, roll them up and let's see.
Let's bring in these guys. It's a 7.
7. So you do get to order them, so you can either advance them
Advance or run.
onto the board. And there we go, we're running them right onto the board. Over to the Bag of Doom again. We're going to pull out.
Another one of mine.
See, mechanically, I don't mind you getting yours out of the way first, because I get to see where your stuff goes.
Yeah, it's got me really considering what I want to do. I can also always put somebody down and not bring them on this turn.
And then potentially fail the roll next turn.
Right, and with this scenario, I think I kind of want guys on as soon as possible and they can snatch up that objective and take it. So I think I'm going to just bring the other squad on. And they come on. They're going to run.
Now, as I'm letting the rest of the squad run on the board here, I'm going to point out for anybody interested in bolt action, if you haven't played before, obviously leave questions down below and I'll do my best to be active in the comments section. But also, you can go ahead and jump onto Easy Army, it's a website, and you can build all the lists you want for free.
Yep.
So, kind of cool. So even if you want to recreate the stuff that we're doing or anything like that, super easy. I love
Army.
Easy Army. We're ready for the next die?
Me again.
Good. Good. Joke's on you, I just didn't put any of my dice into the bag.
I knew it. I always suspected.
I'll make you double check. Wait a second. Am I being bamboozled?
I think I'm going to actually just go down with my bazooka team in the Jeep, and that's just going to be them. So they're not going to activate this turn.
Okay. Back to the dice bag.
I promise there are black dice in here. Hey, speaking of.
Haha. All right, let's see if we can get my mortar squad onto the board. Now, unlike the fancy Americans, I do take the -1 penalty, but I'm also better trained. I'm leadership 10 instead of leadership 9, so I'm still looking for the same dice roll of 9. And they come on. And bring the mortar onto the field, so I can't move and shoot a mortar, because that would be ridiculous. What kind of game would allow you to do something like that? So, mortar's on here, and then I have the spotter over here, because I don't know, that's weird, seems unrealistic that you'd have an indirect fire weapon that has somebody spotting for it and using him for line of sight, but that's how this wacky game works.
Radios are a thing. Alright. Next die. One of yours again.
Ooh. Alright, so there's some considerations here, because you've got a Sherman with a 105. What's the range on that?
Significant.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, I want to say it's at least 48, if not longer.
Ooh.
But let me find out for you.
Alright, so that it's a medium howitzer on it?
It is a medium howitzer. It can shoot 60. If I fire indirectly, it can go between 30 to 72 inches.
37, yeah, okay. So I gotta be careful with where my stuff comes on. I don't want to get hit by it, but I gotta start moving my stuff onto the board.
And also keep in mind, oh, sorry.
Yep, no, go ahead.
This one's a veteran, so it doesn't get the move and fire penalty. It's got stabilizers.
Ooh, stabilizers work for that too. Whoa. You know what? Maybe I'm going to be a little bit aggressive, a little bit cheeky, and try to get my whirlwind on. So for anybody unfamiliar, this is traditionally an anti-aircraft setup that's 4 autocannons, 420 mils on it. So also not great for infantry and light vehicles.
Yeah, it's a real meat chopper.
Yeah. Now this is only regular trained, so I'm going to look for an 8 here to get onto the board.
Correct.
And I do!
Got it.
Advancing onto the board and getting those autocannons staring down the lane at the Marines there. So when you advance, you still are able to fire. It's just you typically get a move and shoot penalty unless you have something that ignores it. So let's dial up some light autocannon shots down there. Okay, so for those, again, unfamiliar with the way bolt action works, is it's a modifier system. Everybody hits on 3s. That's your ballistic skill, if you want to quote another game. But then use modifiers. So I'm going to get a -1 to hit for moving and shooting, and then another -1 to hit for being over half range. There's no pre-measuring this, but it's 48-inch range. Surprise, surprise, I'm in range. But it's a little bit more difficult to hit you. If there was intervening terrain, that would also come up too, but luckily I have a nice little firing lane here. So I'm going to be hitting you on 5s. And we only get the 1 hit.
Could be worse.
Looking at the maximum I can do with because this fires a little 1-inch blast, I can hit 3 at a time. So I need to roll against their veterancy level, which they're regular.
Yep, regular.
So normally a 5 to wound.
4 plus.
Sorry, 4 to wound. But I get +2 to this.
Correct.
Because of the weapon.
Anything but 1s.
Show me 2s. There we go. So that's 3 of them.
I'm just going to take 3 regular riflemen.
They're gone, and they get a pin marker.
They do. Actually, they might take D2 pins, if you can double check.
Yeah, scratch that. It's actually D2 pin, so I might be able to put a little bit more on you. So on a 4 up, I get the extra pin.
Got
And I
it.
do. So they don't particularly love that. Back to pulling more dice out of the bag.
1 of yours again.
Alright, I think we're going to try to bring some Fallschirmjägers on the board. I'm terrified of your big gun, but I got to make sure I stay behind some cover here. So let's try to get them on. They are veterans, and they're coming on. And running the squad up there. Something we should make note of, we talked about this earlier, what we were going to count all the terrain as. So light cover, and I think it's difficult ground for the craters. The walls are going to be heavy cover, but they're a little bit tall, so we said that true line of sight, but if you're within an inch of them, you can see up over them. Because I don't know, that keeps it pretty clean. But there we go.
Yep.
Squad has run up to there. Back to some dice.
That's one of mine.
Woo!
Got big decisions. All right. I think I'm going to try to bring on the first lieutenant here with his helper.
Okay.
His code talker, because he needs to put out a bubble of +2 leadership. He doesn't like it. He's still back at base. He's drinking coffee.
So when you fail an order check like that, you just get the down order instead.
Yep. Still looking at maps. Typical lieutenant.
Dice say...
Me again. To make this real easy, just going to go down with the CBs. They're inside the truck, the deuce and a half. One of mine again.
How can you be so lucky?
Yeah, lucky. That's a word for it. All right, gonna try to bring on the howitzer.
Lads are gonna push the... was that a light howitzer?
It is.
Yep.
There we go, Ron. Looking for a 9. We got it.
On the board they come.
Yep.
Pushing that howitzer right under the board there.
Yep.
That's some solid fire support, and I gotta do something about that. So let's see if I do!
Let's find out. You do.
Now let's see if we can get the Puma on the table. This is regular trained, and in it comes. I'll advance that Puma onto the table here. So I do have an AT gun, and I think I got a machine gun in there too. So I might start to try to bully your mortar a little bit, because I'm not going to count on me continuing to get good activations like this and you getting bad ones.
You don't have to if you don't.
Alright, I'm going to roll into the board here. I moved up that far. I'm going to fire the coax machine gun at you. So that should be a grand total of, I believe, 6 shots.
Yep, you get that extra shot.
Nice. I remember some of the German rules sometimes. Alright, so moved and the long range penalty, but you're out in the open. So I'm looking for 5s to hit with the machine gun. Pretty solid, getting 3 hits, so definitely above average. Now, normally you're 4 to wound, but 5s because you have a gun shield, which is an upgrade that you can take. So show me 5s. I get 1 of them.
All right.
So 1 of them is taken out. I don't know if that decreases the efficiency of its shooting.
I believe with 2 of them left, they're okay until
They're
they take
okay?
another. Yeah. But I will double check for you.
And so they've lost a man, and they got a pin marker on them. Next up.
All right, 3 and 3. Even odds. It's you again.
Well, let's try to get the lads onto the board. I want to wait to get my AT gun on until I know where your tank is. That seems like a clever choice.
You know my game.
I know a thing or two, don't I? So over here. They are showing up because they are veteran. Honestly, we're just going to hop in right there and hope for the best. I'm terrified of that tank when it comes on. Alright, back to the dice.
All right, here we go. It's the Americans.
Think it's tank time?
I think it's tank time.
Okay.
All right, so that one is actually a veteran, so I need to roll a 10 or less. Hey, just
barely, but he gets the order, and onto the board he comes.
Went ahead and advanced on the Sherman. I'm going to try to take a shot at the Fallschirmjäger behind the hill there.
It'd be really cool if you didn't.
Yeah, well, the neat thing about howitzers is that they can shoot indirect even if they have direct line of sight.
Yep.
So after we figure out the mods, if it's a 7+ I need, a 6 followed by 6, I can just say I'm shooting indirect, and I'll just need a 6.
Cool.
So.
All right. So all the modifiers, you are long range, so -1. You have the gun stabilizer rule.
Yep.
So you're a veteran American tank, so you get to ignore the move and shoot, which is huge.
It is.
But I do have hard cover, so I'm -2. So you're gonna need a 6 to hit
Yep,
here.
6 either way. So looking for an EGA. Nope, not quite.
I breathe a sigh of relief. Because what's the what size blast is that?
That's a 3-inch blast.
It's a 3-inch blast, and that's +3.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
2 pluses. Now I can say I was shooting indirect, and if he doesn't move next turn, I would only need 5s if I shoot at the same target. So
Correct.
same either way. So we'll say we did that.
More dice.
The Americans.
Think it's Jeep time.
Yeah, I gotta make a play here. That those autocannons. I do not appreciate them. So looking for a 9. We got it.
And with that, or you giving the run order, so you're getting to go like 24.
24, yeah, 12 doubled.
Zipping right up the board.
And there's a bazooka in there, so
Kind of problematic.
initiative will be important next turn.
All right.
The Germans.
Well, I think it's time to roll that AT gun onto the board. I think
you.
I just failed.
I believe you did.
The AT gun does not get to come on. No, I needed it.
Yeah.
1-1 left.
Germans again.
Okay. See if I can't get the officer to show up.
No.
He's
He's with the AT gun apparently.
Yep, they're arguing. Of course, the last pull is for the Americans, so you just have the truck.
Just the truck with the CBs in them. I'm gonna try to come on. Yeah, with a 9 that will work. They are regular, no negatives.
Zipping onto the board here, starting to threaten my 1 squad and my mortar. Ooh, things are developing here. So that is going to be end of the turn.
Yep.
So we're gonna go ahead and collect all of our dice and get ready for turn 2. Shaking up the dice bag and starting the first pull for turn 2.
It's a big one. It's Germans.
Okay, all right, a little stressed looking at my options. At the end of the day, it's about grabbing that objective. So I think I'm going to use the opportunity just to try to light you up again with the autocannons. And hope for the best.
I think I'm gonna go down.
Yep, so you'll have the amount of hits I get?
Since it's direct fire, it's going to be a -2 to your hits.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so I mean that does keep them there for another turn at least, because that's pulling their order out. So I'm looking for 6 as a hit now, because range penalty. Obviously I'm not moving, so there's not that, but then the -2 hit for them going down. I'll just roll a bunch of 6s. Ready, watch this.
Beards.
So getting the 1. So I think we still are going to get like a max 3 probably.
Yeah.
And these are looking for 2s. All right, so we're going to get 3 more of them.
3 more riflemen.
Putting some work in, and then on a 4 up, you're gonna get another 2 pen.
Ouch.
Nice. So that's a grand total of how many on them?
They've got 4 so far.
All right, cool. They're probably gonna be there for a bit.
Yeah, for a minute, the officer didn't want to show up to tell them what to do, so that might be their home for right now.
Back to the dice.
Green.
All right, so we're gonna move the truck, and then it's taking the advance order, so you're gonna be able to shoot after.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Plays are happening.
6 up. Another turn. Let's go that much is fine. So we got a 1.5 with a Ma Deuce. Shooting at some Fallschirmjäger.
Uh-oh. And so you're throwing 3 dice. I think you're just hitting me on 4s.
I believe so, just movement. 1.
1 hit. And then normally I'm a 5-2 damage,
right.
Being veterans. And you get +1 on this, I think, though.
Correct.
So looking for 4s?
4s, exactly what I
You
need.
got one. Let's pull a rifleman.
And a pen. Possibly even more important than that.
All right, so they got their pin marker on them now. Next up.
That's one of mine.
This is pretty much exactly what I didn't want to have happen.
Call John Wayne, it's time for the fight in CBs.
Whoo! How big of a squad is that?
8. It's a full squad. It's got 2 BARs, 2 SMGs, a flamethrower, and some rifles.
Oh, it's good. Oh no.
Yeah. And
These guys
vets.
might not be long for the world.
So,
That does get you just in range to fire the flamethrower, which is probably the worst part of all of this.
so let's start with that. 3s, plus,
Yep.
plus 1, minus 1 for moving, plus 1 for point blank. Got it.
Uh-oh!
And let's see if it runs out of fuel. On a 1, that's going to be the only shot that gets this game. Ah, still got enough.
Nice.
Number of shots that actually hit, D6.
Yeah, that's 4.
4, cool.
Alright, now these are at +3, so I'm going right to, okay, well the 1 helps, but I'm still going to lose 3 men out of that.
And I did roll 6, so if I roll another 6,
Oh,
I
yep.
get to choose who you take out. I do.
Who would you like to take out? I've got, there's a Panzerfaust there. That's the NCO. Assault rifle, LMG.
I'll take the LMG because the Germans have a rule if you kill the NCO on a 2+.
Yeah,
you
just
don't.
transfers.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't ideal.
And that's just the flamethrower. You got more shot coming your way with bullets. So
Yes,
we got
many bullets.
SMGs are both in half range. So that's 2 shots each. 2 for each of the BARs. And then we've got 2 more riflemen.
Yep.
Actually. Yeah, they should all be in half range. So 4 for
Yeah,
everything.
you are. Okay.
All right.
Getting some misses, but
Not
not as
bad.
many as I'd like to see.
And 5s. No bonuses on these. Nothing.
Okay. So gonna get D6 pins.
So 2.
2. Okay. So that goes to a grand total of 3 on them.
And you have to make an immediate morale check.
Gotcha. All right. So the immediate morale test. I am 10 on them for being vets, and that's an 8. All right. Quick clarification. The pin should have been D3 plus 1. You rolled a 2, so it ends up we failed our way to success and got it right anyways. I am Fallschirmjägers, I am stubborn, so I'm going to pass that, but they're not really loving their lot in life right now. Well, that was awful. Let's see what we got next.
It's going to be Germans.
Okay. All right. Kind of feeling the pressure right now. I think we talked about this earlier where I'm like, I know I need to bring more infantry, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's fine.
The mortar can be problematic again for taking out my squads. But, see, I don't get a... It's going to be tough to hit over here. Unless maybe I drive over there. Tons of choices, and none of them are really good. So I could go ahead and just fire at your howitzer to try to get things off the board and just reduce how many orders you have with him. But also, I don't know if I'm going to need him. If these guys can make an assault order, that might work for me. It's not ideal, but I mean, like, they get some okay weapons for it. And yeah, let's go ahead. I think I do want to get, because I don't want that thing to start hitting me too. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to lob some machine gun shots, I think, over there. You know what? Let's just try to fire the AT gun. It's not like the best option. Oh, it's only HE1. No, I'm firing machine guns at you. There's gonna be 4s and 5s, so yeah, whatever. I'll get this, no problem. We're only gonna get 2 hits, so less hits than when I was moving. 5s to take you out though.
Ooh, lucky.
No.
Do take a pin.
Put a little bit of pressure on them, but not exactly what I needed yet. Back over to the dice bag.
It's 1 of yours again.
Dang. Okay. I really need you guys to show up. Really need you guys to show up. As in, like, really need you to show up. Okay,
Yeah.
they're on the board. All right. You have been able to definitely stay out of, me being able to get half range here. So, the point blank bonus, rather. So we're going to start with the AR, hitting on 3s. Okay, that's a great start. And then we've got the SMG on 4s. Okay, cool. Good follow-up. I still need 5s.
Yep, they're vets.
Get 'em!
Oh no.
Okay, so 2 are gone, and I might be able to pick 1. This is going to be another 6. No. So you're just losing any 2.
Yep. My 2 riflemen are out of here.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Alrighty, dice.
It's me.
Alright, it's tank time.
It is. Just going to advance and shoot the same target.
Cool.
Distract. Moves 9. lieutenant's gonna shoot his gun. Let's see, are we within 30 yet? Oh yeah.
Oh no!
So just for cover.
Looking for a 5.
Got it.
That's exactly what I need to not have happen. Oh, folks, this might be going downhill pretty quick.
So it's the inside circle. I think it's like everybody but 2.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Okay.
8 guys in the squad, and you get a total of +3 to your roll, but you're looking for 5, so you're on 2s.
Roll 2 1s, but that's 4 dead.
Yep. And how many pin markers?
For this one, I believe it's D6.
Half the squad dead, and D3 pins?
Just 1.
1 pin. But I think I owe you a morale test right now anyways, right?
Yes, because you lost half, but...
All right, and that test? Yeah,
they love
fine.
it, yeah.
All right, is that all you got? Is that all you can conjure?
Maybe. Oh, it's me again.
Oh no, what's happening? All right, the Jeep.
All right, it's just going to advance.
Yeah, huh?
It's going to go 12.
Great.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't even have guns on it. It's just 2 guys. 2 guys in their convertible taking a ride.
What are those guys holding inside of there?
Oh, I mean, there's a bazooka in there. But
Yeah. All right.
That's you.
Okay. Run order. Okay, lads. We need you to do well here. So 3 pins. So I'm down to leadership 7.
Yep.
But then I've got the lieutenant by to boost that back up to 8. So, come on.
Beards. Oh.
Okay, there we go. So they are going to pass. They lose one of these, and they're essentially just assaulting you and hoping for the best. All right. These guys were probably dead anyways next turn, so this is their last-ditch chance to try to do something.
It was the right move.
It was the right move.
For sure.
You got me on the ropes already. So the way that the assaults work is it's close quarters combat. My weapons all have the assault rule, which essentially just allows me to... you don't roll to hit, you just roll to damage.
Correct.
And if I successfully damage you, I get to make it an immediate roll again. So kind of handy dandy. For anybody wondering, you also get the modifiers for your pin markers. So shooting them would have been actually kind of difficult, because if I had passed the order, I still would have been -2 to hit you, and then still needing the 5. So I'm just trying to roll 5s here. It's half as many dice as what the shots would have been. I'm kind of stalling here for time as I'm terrified of what the dice roll is going to be. But whatever, I'm just going to hope for the best. Here's how assaults work. Show me 5s! Look at it go. So there's
good.
2.
You 3 roll.
Now, we're going to check to see these are exceptional before I do the assault roll. So 6s. No, they're not exceptional. And now to see if I damage again. So looking for 5s.
Okay.
No. So I'm only killing 2 off of your choice.
Could be worse.
Yeah, it could be much worse.
All right, so take my last rifleman, which is also my loader for my flamethrower.
Oh no.
This is going to seem crazy, but I'm going to take one of the BARs because the SMGs...
You get 2 SMG men still in there, right?
Yeah, exactly, and they're both tough fighters.
So we'll have to roll them, up separately. All right, so now that I've swung, you get to swing back. So which ones are we resolving first? The 2 tough fighters?
Yeah, we'll do the tough fighters first. Looking for 5s right back. Got 1.
I get 1. You can check to see if it's exceptional.
Exceptional.
No.
Nope. And
Okay.
the tough fighter. Yes. So that's 2
dang,
dead.
so you're getting 2 so far. This probably means I'm going to lose this assault, but you get 2 more swings on 5s.
Yep. If I get one of these, it wipes you out. I do not.
Do not, so I lose 2. We've lost equal amounts.
To keep fighting.
So we keep going. And these I can't remember, is it simultaneous now?
I believe now it's simultaneous.
All right. Swing back! Get them! So I've got 1.
Is it exceptional?
It's not exceptional, but do I get the assault bonus? I do.
Yes.
Is it exceptional? No. So you're going to lose 2, but you get to swing back
I do,
simultaneously.
yeah, so let's roll that first. So my 2...
Your 2 tough fighters?
Tough fighters, SMG guys, no.
2 fails.
And the 2 other guys, come on. Really need this. Got 1?
1, is it exceptional?
It is not.
No.
So you killed 2 to my killing one of yours, so my entire squad's wiped out.
So yeah, so I do, the way that works is you take away your casualties. Now I won that, because we keep fighting back and forth until somebody gets, until somebody loses essentially.
Right.
Which means they took more casualties on the swings, and then, yeah, they just win. So I basically had to sacrifice one of my squads to get rid of one of your squads. Like, it's not great, but it works. Oh man, that was rough.
Blood.
I do get a D6 consolidate. So he's gonna go 4 inches. I don't know where he's going. Irk.
Let me check something since he's by himself now.
I mean, you know he's going to be the one getting the objective at the end of the game.
Oh
right?
yeah, he's gonna win the game for you. That's the hero.
Okay, dice bag.
Oof, getting bloody. It's me.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be just a 3 to hit, -1 for move, but +1 for point blank.
Yep.
Got it.
So you do hit.
I do, and it's a +5 pen.
+5, +1 on top of that for side, I believe.
Correct.
Right? So +6 total. You're looking for a 3 to glance. Oh
That's
no.
a pen. And it's actually, I think it might be double extra damage. You get to roll 2 because it's 3 above your armor.
Yep. I think
I'm at 12.
That might be correct. All right, so yeah, getting to roll 2 dice here.
2 dice, picking, well, both of them. Knocked out. 4, 5, or 6.
Yep. So he is gone. Boom. Well, that's worked out exceptionally well for you, hasn't it?
It has.
That's
Makes me
okay.
feel better at least. Don't know how tactical it was, but
No, that was kind of a big deal because I needed him to kind of continue. Whew. In retrospect, yeah, maybe I should have had these guys come on over here to defend against that, but
so that's all your
the
infantry.
dice roll weren't working. Yeah. Yeah, my infantry are, I'm barely holding on. I think now I'm literally, not 100%, but I'm basically playing for the tie.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
And the dice bag.
Goes. It's one of mine.
And trying to get the officer.
All right, come LT. Had your coffee? Yeah, he's ready to go.
He's done looking at the maps.
All right, there's college boy.
Right where the map said he should be.
Just got a little lost.
It's still good, it's still good. And the dice.
It's one of yours.
Well, I guess we better fire this mortar.
You don't have to.
I'm gonna need like a 6, but hey, let's target these guys right here.
Can we see him?
Show me a 6. Should I have done something else first? No, that's
I
fine.
can go down if I want. But
Ooh, would you like to?
Nah.
What's the chances of me hitting?
Yeah, it's near impossible.
Dang it!
It's the opposite. Would get the half hits.
Yeah, normally you. I know you're gonna end up moving them. I didn't know the owner wanted to do this in, but I'm losing dice fast, my man. So back to the dice bag.
It's one of yours.
Yeah, let's see if my AT gun decides to show up. It does. All right, there we go. Let's just get the gun on the board. That's great. Thanks for showing up. Love you guys are here now. And then the dice.
So I got 2 of mine and 1 of yours in here. It's mine.
Gonna order a run.
I am. These guys need to get into cover because they've had enough being shot at by a puma.
Yep, that's fair.
2 pins, but also +2 for the lieutenant. So looking for a 9 for regulars. And they love
So you're
it.
gonna lose a pin.
Yep.
And off they go. Back to the dice.
It's me.
And then just making a, that was an advance, I think.
It is an advance, so they can go over the wall, so they can't run over it.
Not bad. I think it's just my dice left then, right?
I mean, they could shoot, but I don't think anything's in range, so...
Oh.
I guess I could shoot this guy.
Yeah,
He's
he's up against the wall, so.
So at least the BAR's got a 30-inch range. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's count up some dice real quick.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this might go poorly. You get quite a bit of rifles that can shoot over at me there. Behind that wall. At least going to be kind of difficult to hit. All right, let's see what you got.
All right, so 3's base, 4's for long range, 6's for hard cover.
Yep.
No penalties for moving and shooting because Americans.
Here, throw them right here.
Right here, 6's. Looking for EGAs, just 1.
Okay, we got 1. They're looking for a 5.
Nope, but it's a pin.
He's still fine.
Free shots, it's fine.
Last eye is, of course, mine, so with the squad here. Oh, lads, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's go for a run. Looking for a 9 here. And I make it with an 8. They lose their pin. Well, they make their run, and this is where they live now. As I snort and giggle at my predicament. So, give you a quick sweep of the board. The Americans are pushing this flank. I was able to kind of stop that from being the worst thing in the world. You're right, I do get the empty transport.
Yep, so he drives away back home.
Yeah, this guy's a mad lad. We're not going to fight him. Okay, so that's cool. I get one of the dice out there. But yeah, so this flank I've been able to kind of repel the attack, but at the cost of like losing all my stuff that could potentially win me the game. And then I have Americans advancing in the middle. Game's not over yet. There's still a lot to play, which I like about Bolt Action. It puts you through an emotional roller coaster. Luca hates this game.
Oh, does he?
He hates it while he's playing it. Then he really likes it after the fact because it stresses him out. But it's good fun stress, but like it can be difficult.
Yeah, a lot of decisions, ebb and flow. Sometimes it feels like the dice are just fighting you, but
Constantly engaged with what's going on.
for sure.
It's never just like, cool, I'm gonna play on my phone while you do your movement phase. So let's scoop the dice, get ready for turn 3. Let's see what we got.
It's a big one. I'm worried about the anti-tank gun.
So am I. Oh no. Now he's coming for. Go away!
Here comes the gunslinger.
No! Oh, there's a part of me that really wanted to take a Tiger and a less elite force.
Ooh.
And I mean, like, that probably would have been bad, but like, could have taken care of some of these problems for me. All right, so he moves up, and then I assume he's lobbing a shot right there.
Yeah, it's going to be an anti-tank gun.
Oh, whatever, they're fine.
So
I guess you need a 3+ to hit.
yep, let's see. Got it.
Oh, no. So that should be able to cover all 4 of the crew. And does gun shield work against this?
I don't believe gun shields work on blasts because
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
fire and shrapnel goes around it.
Yep.
All right, looking for 2s. Hey, one of them's still there.
There you go.
If I roll, you can't get exceptional damage.
Yep.
Blasts, never mind.
Well, I got one guy left to man that gun.
Yeah.
Let's see if he takes off before we do anything else here.
Yeah, we got how many pins. So 2.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. Okay, cool. He's going to hang out there with his gun. I get some huge penalties to hit, but
Yeah.
it's still on the board.
He's still hanging in there. He's tough. He's a hero.
What's the next trick you have?
It's Germans.
Whew. Honestly, like, since the first time playing, as soon as you said it's Germans, I'm like, of course it's Germans. Oh, wait, that's me. Fire. Fire with the mortar.
Over here.
Right into those gentlemen. Show me the beard. No!
Getting closer.
It's getting there. But I mean, like, obviously because you're moving, I'm not getting the bonuses to it. So again, for those that are not initiated to the bolt action, if the squad I'm targeting doesn't move, I think it's at least 3 inches. Like, I hit on a 6 base.
Right.
But then next turn, if I target the same squad that hasn't moved, it's 1 easier to hit.
You start dialing it in.
Once it's dialed in, I think I hit on 2 up every turn.
Right, as soon as you hit, it's a 2+ the other time.
So, okay, cool. Back to the dice bag now.
It's Germans.
All I can do is advance with that Puma and hope for the best. Moving up, let's see if I can get that medium AT gun, get some action here. So I believe the only penalty I will be taking is the move and shoot.
Should be, yeah, should be under half range.
Show me a 4. No, it hits.
Don't like that.
Okay, cool. You're medium tank, but it's side armor.
It is side armor, and I believe this particular Sherman has weak sides.
Oh, does it?
I believe so. Unfortunately, that wood doesn't do much for AT guns.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, yeah, never mind. You pay the points to get rid of to cancel the weak sides. But that's a-okay. This is +5, so I think I'm looking for a 4 to glance here.
Yep. You got it. That's a pen.
So get yield chart ready, and it is going to be, I'm looking for a 4 ideally.
Yeah, 4 will knock it out. Anything else?
There's
That's
a 4.
Oof.
Got him. Okay, I might be back in the game a bit all of a sudden. Okay, I love it. I love it. I'm suddenly less worried about the things that he can do this game, because he's just
concerned.
He's probably gonna just pivot that gun and stop bombarding things that go after this. He's not gonna hit, but he'll try.
Yeah.
Dice.
See you again.
I think I'm gonna this is gonna be a learning experience. I'm gonna learn all the penalties I have when I go to fire this gun.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna rally him instead. He's got the 2 pins on him, which he's gonna make it very difficult. Yeah, so that's unmodified. It's gonna be kind of like not super difficult for you to put more pins on him because you got these jerks. It's still kind of a problem. I could put him into ambush.
Yeah.
That way he'd only have 1 pin if he passes, and he can wait to shoot until you come out into the open. That's not awful.
That's actually not a bad idea. I mean, it is a bad idea. You don't want to do that.
That brain's starting to wrinkle back up again a bit.
Getting back into the groove.
So he passes. He's down to the 1 pin. Nice. I forgot how much I love this game. This is, it's somewhat problematic because I'm so busy with other stuff, but oh, I just want to play more of this, even when I'm getting my butt kicked. All right there, college boy, what you got next?
Black.
Stop. This man is going to rally. Or is he just going to try to move to stop being shot at so much? Yeah, he's gonna...
If he goes down, it's going to make him very hard to hit, so...
That's another one, but I do want to clear those pins as quick as possible.
Right, I'm saying if you fail his move.
Yeah, that's a good call. You know what, yeah, we are going to, I don't know, run, you mad lad. Well, let's see, I'm obviously out of the bubble there. I got 3 pin markers on me, so I'm essentially leadership 7.
Yeah,
it's cool, whatever. Boop, down to 2. All right, now let's see if Andrew pulls one of his own dice or I send him home.
It's me.
There we go.
All right, the officer is just going to run over here and...
Yep, start to motivate these guys.
Stop being pinned.
Fair.
It's me again.
Over here, going for a rally. So you get to ignore the amount of pin markers on you when you take this order test?
Correct. And they still get their +2 for the officer there, so...
Yep.
Looking for anything but boxcars.
They pass, and you get to... It's a clear D6 +1, I believe?
Correct. So 3.
Where are they down to?
They're down to 1.
Okay, nice.
So they should be up and good for next turn. Next die. It's me again. Real easy. Just going to come mount back up in the Jeep.
Got the boys hopping back on board?
Yep.
Nice. Pulling more dice.
We've got green again.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm going for the Jeep.
It's Jeep o'clock.
Beep, beep. I'm a Jeep.
Unfortunately, the way it's angled in here, I can't run because I only get 1 turn if I do that. So I have to kind of do one of these numbers and do one of these. And that's it for him done.
Okay.
Black die.
All right, the boys here need to... Yep, I got kind of a plan. They're going to run. All right, and then...
Then we've got black again.
I think these guys are just going to take a fire order. And I'll try to get that LMG into action over here. 5 shots into that Jeep. Looking for 4s because of range. Yeah, so we got a couple of hits. Not bad. Now you're... Is it soft? Just soft skin vehicle?
Yep, just armor value 6. So 6 is to glance.
There's 1.
No.
Okay, so now with that, I am looking for... It's a D6 minus 3. Okay, gotcha. So I can't actually destroy you with this. I can kind of mess you up.
Okay, so crew stunned, 1 additional pin, and that goes down. But it's already activated this turn, so it doesn't really matter.
So it gets 2 pins, and the guys inside get 2 pins?
Yep, they get the same effect as wherever it hits the vehicle.
Cool. And then it's just your 2 dice. So where do you want to go first?
Let's go with these riflemen. They're still kind of half over the wall, so they can only advance. And they're going to move towards the objective. And I guess if they kind of shimmy this way, they can see this guy may pop some shots.
Try to get the shots over here. Yep.
Yeah, a couple.
All right, might as well resolve the ambush now. I'm only going to hit you on a 6 because you're in cover there. There's no way for me to interrupt while you were not in cover. But show me a beard. Nope, I miss. We knew that was probably going to happen. I'm going to change that to being a down order. And, or sorry, I guess a fire. Boop. And now the squad's moved up.
Yep, we got 1 guy that can see just alongside there. Probably gonna need like 5s or 6s. We'll go out and see there. Double 5s, I should probably figure it out then.
Just a hard cover penalty, so it was 5s.
And 5s to kill. Nope.
No, didn't get anybody. All right.
And the last thing, I'm just going to try to fire the howitzer here.
Okay. How many pins has it got on it?
Only 1.
Okay. So and you are
regulars.
Down in leadership 8.
Yep. So they're good.
Clear that pin. Where's that shot going?
Same target. I think it's just going to be hard cover. I should be in short range of 30 with the light howitzer. Oh yeah, easily. Nice. So 5s. Nope.
Cool. Whew. Dodging shots. And that should be turn. Things are kind of heating up a little bit. The Germans took quite the beating, but we're holding in.
Anyone's game.
All right, start of turn 4. Let's see what we get.
It's Germans.
I think I'm going to go try to get this coax and getting some work done. Let's start putting machine gun shots over into them. All right, don't got to worry about the range penalty here because I'm nice and close. We're just really looking for 4s into 4s here because of the light cover. Okay, not a terrible start. And let's see if we can kill a couple. Yeah, get 2 of them.
All right, just 2 riflemen in the back here, I think.
Gotcha. And then...
It's black again.
Well, he's not long for this world, so fire! Does he pass his order test? He does, so he clears that last pin. It should be a 5 to land a shot on them.
Yeah, just one guy firing.
And then the light cover. Nope, that's a 2. I missed! That could have been pretty good.
Yeah, they're clumped up there.
And then dice.
Dice, we've got 1 yours again.
All right, I think we're gonna go over here and we're gonna try to order this man to run again. Trying to do because the no pre-measure actually is kind of nice. Jeez, because he can use the fact that he's gonna stay more than an inch away from the wall to try to dodge a lot of these shots and really threaten you next turn. Run, friend. Okay, that's actually, I think that's insane.
Yeah, I believe you get one extra pin off.
Well, he's only got 2 on him right now anyways. It's actually D6 plus 1 pins, but I only have the 2 on him anyways. So up he goes. Hopefully you don't get great line of sight to him when that squad eventually goes. But hey, next turn. Next turn. Honestly, you probably wouldn't want to split your fire anyways.
No. All right, dice time. Hey, I get to go.
Squad in the middle is going to advance. I think you're supposed to have 1 pin marker on him from the Puma.
Oh yeah, the Puma shot. Let's find out if they can even do this. They can.
Yeah, they're fine. So you clear that pin. So now things are back to being right in the world.
I was just so confident I just didn't put it down. I knew that was going to happen.
That's honestly, that's fair, friend. I get that. So he's gonna be the one picking it up.
Yep, bandage guy's gonna pick it up, and everyone else is gonna get off the cover, just that way they can run next turn.
Yep. And there we go.
All right, next die. It's one of mine again.
Danger close, eh?
Yep. So it's -1 to hit because they had to move the whole thing. But other than that, they're shooting direct, so there's no minimum range. And mine's 6 inches. Josh, I think I am.
You gotta get point blank, eh?
I'm gonna get point blank. So 3.
3. Yep.
Yeah.
It hits.
It's just a medium howitzer, or a light howitzer rather. So +2. So I need a 3.
Yep. Oh, you got him.
Sorry, Hans. We hardly knew you. All right.
Still good. It's still good.
That's fine. That's yours.
Oh, we're gonna have that mortar fire at that squad again.
Probably.
Show me a beard.
Oh.
Oh!
It
I
happened.
cranked a shot. Landed it.
How big of a mortar
That's
is
a
it?
medium mortar.
It's a 2-inch, I believe.
All right, so I was able to hit what, 4?
Yeah, if you put it right between the gun, the surfboard, and the officer, or the NCO rather. Yep.
All right, not bad. Let's see. I'm looking for 2s.
Yep.
+2 on this.
Got him.
And there we go. So 4 go down. We gonna see some hot potato.
Yeah, so this guy died, and they formed a chain, and can go to any other model in the unit, so...
Yep.
And then I guess these guys will just go. BAR guy can stay. And some other riflemen.
Fair. Fair.
And how many pins?
D3, I believe. So take 1.
Okay.
Back to the dice.
Next one. It's mine again.
Looking to activate the Jeep.
Yep, so it's -2. I need a 7. Yeah, it's 7. It's average. Yeah. All right, so...
Gets the down order, I believe.
It does. I believe with vehicles, though, they might reverse. I'll have to double check for you real quick.
So yes, you can see my man that shot you with a machine gun earlier. So he's gonna back that up and say, no thanks.
Yeah, it's going the wrong direction, but that's how it goes sometimes.
You know what? If I was getting shot by an MG42, I'd probably put my Jeep into reverse as well.
Fair. Next die is green.
Fellows back here are going to go for an advance.
Yep, they've got 1 pin, but the first lieutenant's right there, so it's going to be +1 overall to their morale. So they are fine.
They clear that.
Just get up to the wall. So I'm tired of being here the entire game.
You got the BARs. We got 3 of them in there.
Yep, 3 in the squad.
See, I don't really know 100%, but I'm starting to think you might have stole those from the army.
No, that's 1 for each fire team.
Were they actually issuing them at that?
Yeah.
That's
You have 1 squad leader,
fantastic.
which is the sergeant, and then 3 fire teams of 4 men. Each one has a BAR.
nice. Well, because I know my late war paratroopers can take more stuff than they should, because, yeah, they found it. All right, so the BAR is shooting over into the gun team.
Yep.
Let's see what you got.
So just long range. Pretty good shooting. Half, that's average.
Yep.
And are they regular or veterans?
They're veterans with a gun shield.
Okay, so 6s.
Oh, you got
about that?
them twice. Okay, that's gone. Let me get this off the board for you, sir. Next up.
Black die.
All right, ready for your Hail Mary? Let's try to send the lads in. They're feeling brave. Maybe they shouldn't be feeling brave, but run. 'Cause, yeah, they're not really going to get a whole ton of guns in here, and then they're just going to get shot by the BARs.
Yeah, I think it's kind of do or die time because if I can run this guy off the table, that's just it.
Yep. Didn't notice the pin.
Oh no.
They failed it. They're just going down over there.
Guess they don't believe in Hail Marys.
Oh! Stress!
That's rough.
Yep. That's how she goes down.
Following my Jeep's example, I guess.
Yep.
That's mine. I'm just
Guys inside the Jeep are just going to rally.
Yep. Hey, they do. They only have 2 pins, so it just goes away.
Whose officer will activate first?
I think it's gonna be my officer. It is.
Okay.
He went to Stanford.
He's just going to run?
Yeah, he's just gonna run. He's gonna make sure these guys complete the mission. So
Yep. That's fair. That's perfectly fair.
what he's done all game, just run back and forth behind a wall.
Well, then we know it's my officers who are going to do the same thing. There we go. You know what would have been really cool? Having these guys anywhere else.
It's a really neat building. They just want to check it out.
Yeah, this place is cool. That's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the board state right now, obviously this is where everything's happening. This is the important part. This is nuts, man.
I'm still scared of your Puma.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, big pull.
Yeah, it's a big pull. These guys need to get out of Dodge. And they do. They're just gonna run. Make it easy for you.
Yep. They were gonna eat a mortar.
Oof, they might still. Well, if not, they can get out of range. So, lead surfboard guy can get right up to here. So they're not.
Do an order test for me, sir.
You're absolutely correct. Now, first lieutenant's there, so famous last words: anything but boxcars.
Yeah, you're fine. Dang. So they clear one of their pins and off they go.
Yep. And he's gonna be kind of down here, and they're just gonna snake around. So you can still shoot at them with some things, but
Not as many of the things.
yeah, most of the scary things won't be able to see them.
And there they go. Next up.
All right, next one we've got is a green one again.
Okay.
You can hate me for this. This is stupid, but it's gonna be funny if it works.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. Didn't see that coming.
We are a small team,
It's true.
so but you should be outside of 6, so it should be just -1. So I need a 4.
Oh, dang it.
I should have asked you if you wanted to go down. Would you have gone down?
No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't have.
Okay. They both got hit.
Yep.
They get exploded.
They do.
Actually, no.
Only one of them does.
Only one does. So let's see if it's a special one. It's not.
D3 pins.
2.
Stop. Stop it.
It's average. It's fine. I know what MiniWarGaming is that you love to talk about averages.
No, that's Matthew.
And Luca.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I just yell when I roll bad. It doesn't even matter if it's averages or not.
That's
If
fair.
I deem it to be bad.
All right. That's another green one. I don't even know what I want to do. I've got too many things.
Oh no,
I know, it's an
Andrew.
awful situation
you have
to be
too
in.
many options. Oh, here we go. Here goes that Jeep.
All right. Well, I can't see anybody anymore, so... Oh, can you still see it? No.
No, I don't think you can.
All right. So I'm looking for a 7. That's average, right? Yay!
He makes it. He passes, so he
Pass.
clears a pin.
Clears a pin, and he's just going to run.
Okay, driving over there.
Yep.
Is that going to change the game at all?
I mean, probably not. I'd like to try to blow up your Puma with the bazooka.
Yeah, I'd rather you not, I guess.
If it goes one more turn. Yours.
Go, get him. Mortar. Back to rolling sixes.
So I would say, yeah, you can see these guys are within an inch of the wall, so...
Well, let's bomb that shot. Show me a beard! Nope, he missed. Dice bag.
It's mine. All right.
Officer fight.
Gonna advance so they can hop the walls.
Yep.
And...
Yep. Let's rumble.
Shoot some machine guns at you. Range.
All right, here we go. Grease guns.
Yep.
Or Thompsons. What do you got?
They're Thompsons. The old Chicago typewriter. Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
And 5 to wound.
Yep.
Okay.
We found your weighted dice.
No exceptional damage. So you get to pick which one you want to take off.
Yeah, that's great. All right, 2 dice left for me.
Yep. 2 for you, 2 for me. Green. I'm just gonna put these guys on ambush.
Yep. It's probably clever.
Yep. 1 for you.
And we'll just try to advance these guys and bully something.
Don't roll an 11 again.
You're not my supervisor. I do what I want.
Don't roll them beards.
Yeah, hey, they're back in the game.
Gave you good advice.
All right, here we go. MG42 into that squad of Marines trying to get away. This might be like 6s into 6s to hit you, though, the more I think about this.
So it's 3s, moved. Do you have any pins? You're out of pins, right?
No.
Hardcover, 6s.
Over
half
sixes?
range?
It'd be half range, yeah.
Yeah. Let me sure I got that right. So 3s, moved, over half range, hardcover, yeah, 7s.
Okay, 6s into 6s. It's worth it, whatever. There's not a whole lot of other things to do right now. Dang it, that could...
Maybe. Don't do it. Okay,
no, okay, cool, they're fine. So I didn't even land any hits, but I got close!
Oh, you did. There's some pucker. Green, I guess.
Who is that?
The
Oh, the bazooka guys.
Why not? Be heroes. They're going to advance out of the Jeep. No, it ran. They cannot. I'm sorry. They're just going to go down.
Okay, cool. And then what, 1 die left?
Yeah, it's yours.
Yeah, let's start driving that Puma up. I'm going to drive up and shoot you point blank with a machine gun.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Probably, I think it's MG34s in them. I'm just going to throw out random historical facts and maybe that'll boost my dice rolls. 3s, because that cancels out the moving.
Yep.
Ooh, didn't help. And then looking for 4s. Ooh, okay. 1 chance at exceptional. No, just going to lose 2 men and take a pin marker.
It's going to be my 2 BAR guys because they're the ones in the back.
Yep. Yeah. All right, yeah, pulling the middle guys instead. I think that's it for activations, right?
Yep, that is it.
All right, let's put the dice back in the bag and get ready for turn. What are we going to turn 6?
Yeah, last turn.
All right, turn 6.
It's a green die.
All right, here, make your roll, see if you get off the board.
Yep, so they've got 1 pin, but the officer's right here. So looking for a 10 or less. Got it.
Oh, no problem.
Run off the board, and that's game.
And that is going to be the American victory. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Let's
close.
Jump into a post game.
Yeah.
And here we go. Time for the post game chat. So went to turn 6. I will say we kind of chatted about this off camera. I forgot about how much I love this system.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's it occupies a lot of my thoughts now. Looking at, I can make another army. It'd be so cheap. Just 1 box of infantry and 1 tank. I can do air.
Yeah, without even getting into it, like like if you look at other gaming companies, their starter boxes usually aren't a full cohesive force.
Right.
All the Warlord for Bolt Action anyways, you buy a box and it's a full like 1,000 or 1,250 point list depending on what you are playing. And it's not one of those like, hey, if you take all the upgrades, this is an awful, like they're solid lists for what you get. It's very easy to get into this game and to expand out into other armies. But like every army's got a ton of expansion. Like it's a hobbyist's dream. And the games are just straightforward. So like I was saying, like I hadn't played Bolt Action in quite some time. I've been really focusing on other game systems, and it just felt like riding jumping back on a bike, riding a bike that I'm not always great at riding, but it's with the same competency that I did it months ago. Yeah, a lot of the rules are pretty intuitive. So I mean, if you play 40K, especially with the last couple of editions, a lot of the same writers did this. So yeah, because this is Priestley and Alessio, I think, primarily. And who knows, maybe I'm wrong.
If we got a book, we can find out.
I mean, we could, but, you know, I'll stick to my guns on there.
Google it. You'll find out.
If I'm wrong, then I don't know. They can message me about it.
I'm sure it's on the wiki.
This was a thoroughly enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
So let's talk about big swing points in the game one way or another. What was the game-defining moment for you?
I think probably that bazooka team taking out this guy, this meat chopper.
Yep.
Because that was locking down this entire central lane of fire. I mean, as many shots as it gets with the blasts, I don't think my infantry could have gotten out of there to grab the objective and get back with it still being there.
No, I could have just locked that down. In retrospect, that was it for me. In retrospect, I think I just should have put him on ambush.
Yeah, potentially.
And just as soon as that squad jumps out, just get him. That being said, my list was not. It wasn't a great list. I mean, you can still get by with these kind of just fun thematic kind of lists. I went veteran on my AT team, and I went veteran on my mortar team. That traditionally you wouldn't usually do that.
Not really reason to.
But, well, in my mind, these are veteran Fallschirmjägers,
Sure.
so I'm like,
That
whatever,
makes
cool,
sense.
I'm going to make them all vets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to be the most efficient.
Fair. I do that with my commandos for my British because they're commandos.
Well, that's usually what I do with the American paratroopers. I do the same sort of idea with my, I don't really have a ton of weapon teams, but whenever I have like the snipers or things like that.
Makes sense.
So yeah, that was the big one for me. I could have played better, and the nice thing is, you know, I still had a ton of fun with this.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. Obviously, you know, I'll do my best to be interactive in the comment section if you guys got questions. Like if the question is why you no good, hey man, this is what you watch my other videos, you know what's up. And I am pretty rusty with this, but yeah, this was fun. The interactions make sense. I love the way that they handle weapons, and you want to bring a diverse amount of weapons
for sure
to handle a diverse amount of situations. You can't just spam one thing.
Yeah, and a lot of riflemen, I mean, usually they're the most effective. You know, it's fun to play with big tanks and stuff, but you saw this one got 2 good shots off, and then oof, that's it.
Right.
So.
And saying like this one got 2 kind of mediocre volleys that still had a lot of potential.
Yeah, I mean, lock these guys down for what, 3 turns?
Essentially, so, well, the way I look at it, it took them out of the game. They were still there, they were still a threat, but I mean, like, you had to bring your lieutenant over to start ordering them. It did force you to do things differently. I should have protected better. Excuse me, should have protected better, but I just didn't have enough infantry and squads to do so.
Yeah.
I should have. It was fun to go up here and get that opening volley.
Yeah.
Should have been way more conservative with them though, and that Jeep wouldn't have got me.
That's one of the things about having an elite army like the Fallschirmjäger or Airborne. Usually you're kind of hurting for guys. That's why normally I take my Marines as regulars now instead of veterans, because you can squeeze more squads in.
It totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. And then over here, you know, I underestimated those engineers.
Oh yeah, engineers they're brutal.
They're amazing. Honestly, I didn't pay enough attention, and as soon as you said, okay, flamethrower up front, I'm like, oh, I've made a powerful mistake.
Yeah, the Marines can take a thing now that's a Marine Assault Squad, where it's just like a basic rifle squad. Okay. But they get a flamethrower as well. And there's one...
You guys saw how brutal flamethrowers are.
Yeah, and there's one theater selector for, I think it's Peleliu, where you can take them as your troops. So all your squads can have a flamethrower guy in it.
Brutal.
It's usually they just replace your other flamethrower team. Yeah. But yeah, they're nuts. But I mean, it's not your fault you lost. You know, I went to school for history. I have a BA in history.
Oh, of course you're going to beat me then. This was predetermined.
That's what they train you in. I mean, mostly it's reading books and playing vault action, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's
for
how you
4
get
years,
the
and then you get a piece of paper that says you're going to get paid the same as you used to.
Well, you know, I went to school for customs and immigration, so I'm going to find a way to not allow you back into the country.
That's fair.
So you can't beat me again. You can't hurt me again, Andrew.
Fair enough.
I had a ton of fun. This was amazing.
Me too.
It's for me, it's the true mark of a well-designed, good games. Like, if in my opinion, a good game system is when you're going to have fun, whether you win or lose. Yep. This caused me an appropriate amount of stress. There was highs, there was lows. We laughed together, we cried together. I lost, so I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go back upstairs and figure out a better list and get ready for the next fellow that comes in. So I am just, I'm declaring right now, if I absolutely dummy my next opponent, this guy's fault.
I'll take that weight.
thanks again for coming in. You got any closing thoughts for the folks at home?
No, I'm just I'm really happy to be here. You know, I've been playing this for months and months and months. This is my first time, you know, coming up here, my first vacation in years. I'm glad I was able to do it.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Email, come and play games.
Yeah, JoshMiniWarGaming.com. We're looking for guests for all different game systems. And I mean, like, let's be perfectly honest. If you like the game systems that I like, I write the schedule, so I might be a little unfair about making sure I get to play what I want. Thanks for tuning in. Happy wargaming.
Happy wargaming.